Oh my god, we have to stop the show. There's a cloister nearby. I have to go outside for a while. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
For real?
But there is a cloister nearby, and that's weird. I haven't seen one yet. Okay. You ready?
I am ready.
Good, so shut up then. Shut up.
You were the one talking.
Oh my god, you ruined everything. Hey everybody, welcome to Brian's playing Overwatch instead of watching our show tonight. That's right. BattleNet just informed me that Brian is now playing Overwatch. Judas. Judas.
Judas. Welcome to Cards in Hand, Nerd Forum Variety Hour, Episode 18, July 7, 2016. We just had 4th of July where we celebrate drinking and grilling.
And apparently neighbors launching super highly illegal fireworks off behind our backyard at 12:30 in the morning on Sunday night or Monday night, like a bunch of assholes.
For some reason, dude, and tell me if you agree, it was like worse this year than any other year. Yeah, it was just like...
It really was, actually. It really was.
Yeah, Sunday night, people were... Okay, they went until like 11, 12 something.
Right.
And Trisha had to work Monday morning on 4th of July at Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
And then they stopped like around 12:20. And then we go to bed, and then normally I re-wake up around 2 a.m. to turn off Netflix on my computer and stuff.
Yeah.
And I finally like close my eyes. There they go again. Same people, same house.
They just weren't about to stop.
Yeah. So just like, I know they don't watch this show, but fuck you guys.
Look, I know you don't watch,
stupid.
so I can call you out, and you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a keyboard warrior and just be like, hey, fuck you guys.
Is it a keyboard warrior when you're... I heard that, by the way. Nice. You actually hit buttons, didn't you? Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job.
Oh, man. What did you play this week? Were you playing games or what?
I played a couple of games. I'll save the big one, I guess. Or, well, yeah, I'll save that one. I was doing some classics. Played some more Stardew Valley. Because...
Nice.
That's just a really fun game to play. Doing really well. I always start over. Doing fairly well this time. I have an extreme amount of money. Yeah, it's good. I've been playing Party Hard again. This is the game where your neighbors are making too much noise, and you decide to go kill them all. Like, it's this like really cool like pixel. It's kind of like Hotline Miami contained in like one screen. And so you're just walking around and there's a party full of people. It's usually like 50 people. And you have to eliminate all of them without being seen. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like Metal Gear Solid and Hotline Miami and one screen. It's really, really fun. It's really, really like the story's really hilarious. But I'm on the last level, and I don't think that the developers understand how to do a difficulty curve, because all of a sudden, last stage, there's like 2 FBI agents that run around now, and if they see you in a room, they immediately come after you no matter what. On top of the police and all the people, like the bouncers that come after you, it's like literally impossible to do. I must have tried it for like 3-4 hours straight today, just that one level, and I can't even get close. So we'll see. After that, I loaded up Speedrunners because we got that. That's a fun game. I can't wait for us to play that. And then
I want to play that.
And then Ultimate Chicken Horse. Now, you and I both played this one. That's a fun game.
We're gonna stream this for you guys because it's so funny. Like,
I have been ragging on you to get this for like months. You know I've been saying this to you. Like, dude, you gotta check this game out. Just get it. Check it out.
Like
and you've never looked
Joel's
at it.
Like, you ever heard of it? You ever heard of Ultimate Chicken Horse? I'm like, no, I don't know what the fuck that is.
You're like, no, it sounds dumb. I don't even want to look at it.
No,
And now
it's awesome.
you have
it's
it.
really funny.
Ooh, your camera's going weird. What happened to your camera? Oh, never mind. It's fine now.
Oh, it looks like my Steam is making some update on Ark right now, even though I haven't played that game.
Close that shit now.
My internet might be poopy.
Yeah, I have to close Steam too.
There we go. Okay.
But yeah, it's basically the game of horse and the game of chicken put together in one hilarious platformer. I cannot wait to actually play that on stream. And then of course
And
Overwatch.
We're gonna play speedrunners too.
Been playing Overwatch.
Yeah, but we've been playing Overwatch. I've still just been playing Kingdom Hearts Unchained and Overwatch. And I've been playing Ultimate Chicken Horse, obviously, but Pokemon Go.
Dude,
so here's
Brian's
my
here.
thing.
I just want to point out all of my awesome Pokemon that I have. All of them. It doesn't. Oh man.
Here's my thing about Pokemon Go. I don't have downloaded on that.
Right.
I want to wait till I get a better phone so I can go out on walks and use my unlimited, data to go and do stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can sit at home and do it, but I mean,
that kind of takes out the fun for me because then you can't go to the Poke spots and stuff. Yeah,
it does. And I want to call out. I want to call out Team fucking Yellow for taking all my damn gyms that I set up today. Man, now I have to go out tomorrow and retake them.
So now,
Bullshit.
is our kind of like, do you think it kind of smashed our preconceived notion about it sucking, or?
Nope, not at all. Well, okay. Do you want to dive into this right now? Because I do have some things to say about it. A lot, actually.
Yeah. Get into it now so we can get through the news.
Okay. It still feels like the people who created it have never played a Pokemon game in their life. It looks like they looked up a synopsis of what the games are like and added some keywords in there. It just feels like a reskin of a different project. Having said that, like, for example, your Pokemon are not referred to by levels. So when you level them up, you give them more health. They don't grow in any attack, nothing like that. But it's called CP. So, like, I have a CP 314 Venomoth sitting in my party right now. And I'm like, what in the fuck is that? They could have easily just done levels. It just would have been simple. And it would have been more of a tie-in to its source material.
Right.
You don't battle the Pokemon, which is a bummer because the gym battles, the actual battling is kind of fun. Like, I actually enjoy that. So it's kind of a bummer that you don't get a chance to battle Pokemon.
Right.
It's great because when I'm driving, I'm at a stoplight. I don't want to sit and fight it. I can just fling the ball at it and it's awesome. However, being able to battle, like, my girlfriend would be awesome. But I can't do that. You can only battle gyms. So far. Again, this is all just came out. So I'm sure that they'll add stuff at some point. The cash shop stuff is going to get kind of annoying. I can immediately tell you that. The more difficult the Pokemon, the more balls you gotta throw at it. At least I have the early ones, so this stuff could all change. I didn't play beta. You run out of like Pokeballs pretty damn quick. But like, does it feel like a Pokemon game? I mean, not really. It's more of just an app on your phone to get you to go outside and walk around, which is a good thing. That's what I'm looking at it as. And that's what I want to use it for. To go on walks, right? Get in shape.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's totally cool. Like, oh yeah, no, I know what CP stands for. It's combat power. I understand that. And I understand its purpose. I don't get why you gotta simplify Pokemon terms in a Pokemon game for people that play Pokemon. It seemed weird to me. But,
So what else you gotta say about it?
I wish that stupid little bracelet wasn't so expensive and sold out because, man, that thing this game drains your battery like in no time flat. So if you have that little wristband, you could feel it vibrate and then turn your phone on and catch the Pokemon. Like,
yeah,
that's cool. Walking around with your app open, not so cool. Holy crap, does it ever drain the battery. I turn off all the AR stuff because then it's using my camera, and that's even more battery power that's wasting. Right.
Pokemon Go will have connectivity with Sun and Moon, which is really all I care about.
I don't understand
That's
how.
cool.
They're like not even close to the
They
same
probably
kind
will
of
make
games.
it like they'll probably make it like the Poke Walker.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like you can throw a Pokemon to your app and then.
So like I know it sounds like I'm being very negative about it. It's still cool. Like I think it's a really enjoyable app, and I mean I've literally been playing it all day when the servers were up. When it works, it's been open all day on my phone. I've had to plug my phone in like 5 times today. So I'm not saying that like it's horrible garbage, but it is definitely on par with what I expected it to be. And that's what we talked about on that show called Pokemon Now. Was do not expect this to be like this. You can refer
to that on YouTube.
Right. Don't expect it to be this like
YouTube.com/Carzonhand.
amazing experience, because it's not. It's just you walk around and try to find Pokemon. And then you flick a ball at it.
And here's my thing. Do you remember when Pokemon Go was announced and they had that cinematic trailer?
Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah, so like, do you remember all like the little comics and memes that came out about it? Like, oh, dude, when Pokemon Go comes out, it's like there was this comic that somebody drew. It was like a girl at a bar with another, and there was a guy. And she like goes up to him and he's like, oh, hey, or whatever. And she was like, let's battle.
Right.
And then they like pull their phones out and throw their Pokemon. It's not like that.
Not
and that's
yet.
Why.
Not yet.
I mean, but it's
Maybe
not like even the leveling and the attacking and all that stuff. Like,
no,
I literally thought.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying I literally thought it was going to be a Pokemon MMO that's AR.
No.
And maybe they didn't want to step on toes of like the main games, but I feel like they still could have done Pokemon and made it different enough to where it wasn't like that.
They could have made it not feel lazy like they reskinned Ingress, you know? To me, that's... But, you know, whatever. Who knows what the game will become eventually? Because as we know today, in today's market, when a game comes out, that is in no way what the game's going to actually end up being. Like, games come out and then they get changed completely differently. But the thing about like not being able to battle each other, that really sucks that that's not in there at launch. Because, man, that was a huge selling point to a lot of people. I know that. Because that ad made it look like it.
Right, yeah. And like, when I showed my art director at my job, when I showed him, like, we made all these plans to like open a gym, like a fake one, you know, like, so it wouldn't have been an in-game gym, but people would have been able to come over and fight us. And he was like, dude, I want to get like badges made. And we even went on Illustrator on our break and made badges.
Right.
And it was called the MN River badge because we work not close to the MN River.
Right.
And like, we were gonna have like Buizel, Oddish, just plant and water and bug type Pokemon.
Yeah, that's another thing. There's how many Pokemon are in this game? Because I swear it said like not a whole lot. Let me see. What's the dex go up to? The dex goes up to 133. So, like, if we're gonna minus like Mew and Mewtwo and then the legendaries, there's still some that are just left out completely. I don't really understand that one. That's
Xu said hi Sam. Hello.
It's not it's not just currently Gen 1. I mean, it is all Gen 1 Pokemon, but it's not all of the Gen 1 Pokemon, which is like the weird part to me. But
One Tough Nerd said, well, here's the thing, the servers can't even handle individual play. There's no way they can handle
that's you know what?
player interaction.
I'll jump into that too, because so in the game you can use an incense which will attract Pokemon to your location. So you can essentially sit in your room with the incense going on the phone, which lasts 30 minutes, and you'll just get random encounters and you'll just catch them. The servers do not fucking work, and I don't excuse them for this. I can excuse small indie games when they like Rocket League, when that had an issue at launch, because no one knew what the fuck Rocket League was. That didn't have hype to it. This does. This had some very serious hype to it. I don't excuse them for not being ready. You know what I mean?
That epic trailer literally ruined everything. Sorry.
It's true.
They hyped it up in a way that they shouldn't have at all.
No. But they should have been smart enough to read the hype and prepare, right? Because here's the thing. People are defending it like oh no, it just came out. Let them figure it out. But when Blizzard
Yeah,
releases a fucking game and it doesn't work for 2 hours, they get crucified. Why is that okay?
Yeah. Right.
That's just like not okay to me. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree. So let's move on to some news because we could probably shit on this for a couple extra 20 minutes.
Oh no, wait, no. But so my point was, you burn the incense for 30 minutes. That's real world time apparently, because when the servers go down and you can't relaunch the game, it runs out, and that shit costs money.
Right.
Like, where's the refunds for everybody who loses all their stuff?
Xu said, "Oh, it's Sujin. I don't know if you remember. We pretty much grew up in school together. I've known Sujin since I was like in 2nd grade. She is awesome. She's a huge like anime nerd, Pokemon nerd. She totally probably feels this. She said, but seriously, Pokemon Go servers being down all the time makes me sad."
Yeah, it's kind of.
Lane Lone Wolf said,
sucky.
Miyamoto be like, see this trailer? See it? Ha! Calm the hell down and play this messy game instead. Dude, calm the hell down. Exactly. Calm down. Play the game.
But like I said,
but at the same time, it's not what I expected.
No, and you know what? It's exactly what I expected, because I fucking knew better than to get like super crazy.
And then after we had that discussion on that show, that's when I was like,
yep. It's just like literally just manage your expectations for that one, because oh man, no one was gonna be super excited, crazy about this.
And in conclusion to everything you just said, please refer to Joel's video called Expectations on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CardsInHand, and find the video called Expectations. It's very important dealing with stuff like this, because I obviously got dicked on by expectations, and Joel didn't, because we had a different outlook on it, you know?
Yep.
One Tough Turn said, honestly, the trailer never ruined anything for me. I understood it as a representation of the game at its peak, and the Mewtwo fight as a representation of a special event or encounter. I still think it'll be close.
We'll see.
Okay.
You know what? When it happens, if it happens, great. It'll just be even better. I'm never gonna assume it's gonna get any better. That way, when it doesn't, or if it doesn't, it's still what it is. For what it is, it's a fun little neat app. I do enjoy it. It's cool. Like I said, it's been open on my phone all day, so cool.
Yeah, so let's move on to some news. Let's talk about this really quick. I just get this out of the way. Skullgirls on iOS. Now, let me tell you about fighting games on a tablet, okay? They are dumb. They're just weird. Okay, it's like tap to attack and do a combo. No, I don't want to. I want to do the combo on my controller.
I want to point out that in the show notes it says Skullgirls on iOS. LOL. Like that's what I wrote, because I was like, what?
It actually does look cool. Like it's trying to do something like different than other fighting game tablet ports. But it's still, I don't think, you know, I don't think it's
for when you really need that fix, you know. And you know what? All the DLC characters in it, aren't they? Because it wasn't. Didn't I see Big Band in there? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lone Wolf just said Skullgirls on iOS. LOL. That's exactly.
Yeah, that's literally what it says in our notes. He said, "How adorable." That's basically my reaction. Leon was, "Oh, that's cute." Yeah. I'm gonna turn on Steam now and just play this.
Right. Right.
Yeah. No. Attack on Titan season 2 finally have a date. But you know what? I already know what happens, and I'm just kind of like...
I know. Aren't you just not super psyched for season 2? Because I'm kind of not. I'm like,
still watch it.
I'll watch it, but knowing that all the really exciting stuff's going to happen after season 2 is kind of a bummer, right?
Right, because I've read past that all. Or I read all past that already. But like this is how serious it is, okay, guys? Like, I know who the Titans are. I know all of their identities.
Mm-hmm.
The people
you know why they are. Like, you know, like their origins and everything. Yeah.
Yep, I know all of that.
Everything about the wall. Everything.
Now, you're probably going to say to yourself, well, Sam, why are you a dumbass and why did you make that choice? It's your choice to do that. Okay, yes, you're right. I'm stupid for reading it. But at the same time, look how long season 2 just even got an announce date. Like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? How do you come out with something hype is Shingeki no Kyojin and then be like, okay, well, here's season 2 4 years later, 3 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, get the hell out of here.
Right.
Don't tell me to Sam down. I'm already Sam, okay?
Look, I'm still gonna watch it, obviously, because it's been. I jumped on the Attack on Titan wagon late, and it's still been a long time for me, right? So, you know,
yeah,
we'll see. I'm sure it'll still be entertaining.
I jumped on it like halfway through when it was premiering, and you jumped on it a little bit before that, because I had showed you that video where they had the song.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and I was like, Joel, you got to watch the opening to this anime. Like, it looks really cool, because there's a YouTube channel called 1,000 Pounds Productions, and they're a martial arts team, and they use the opening song for one of their demo videos. And yeah, that's how I heard about it.
It's only been 2 years, not that long. Shut up.
Oh yeah, 2 years. And it's only been 2. Okay, I'm 25 years old right now. It's only been 2 years since I've been 23. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's still like a long time. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying.
I guess we wait that long for like continuations of like films and stuff like that. So,
but that's film.
That's not the finely crafted anime.
Right. Whatever. All right. New Overwatch here. Actually, wait. Let's wait. Let's wait on this one.
Okay.
Let's wait on this one.
Okay, fine.
No Man's Sky went gold.
Oh!
What is that?
So today, the very small team behind No Man's Sky, I think it's like 12 people, they posted a picture, a selfie of all the crew holding up a burned copy of No Man's Sky. When a game goes gold, it's ready to be pressed onto discs. So it went gold today. Getting pressed on the discs. Get that shit in the stores now.
For show.
Now. Because I need that game in my life. I cannot fucking wait for that game. Oh my god.
One Tough Nerd said, I was on that shit right away. I was so ready for anime during that premiere season. There was a lot of good shows that season. There were a lot of good shows that season. That anime season was great. Yep. It was very good.
It was.
Pokemon cards, 20th century box. Okay, so yeah, Pokemon 20 years old. That thing happened like a while ago. You know, Joel and I did a show on it. But they just came out with this new compiled Elite Trainer box for the Pokemon cards, where it comes with 10 packs of generations. And so there's like this design on it, right? Yeah. And it's like a Pikachu made up of a bunch of little Pokemons, and then the 2 and the 0 are like his red cheeks.
Right.
So that design comes on the back of sleeves. It comes on a binder that comes with it. It comes on deck dividers that come with it. And it comes with one color of each energy that are in a hollow form. And it comes with a Pokemon online
How meta is this? I'm putting up the screenshot you sent me. It's really hard to see in here, but yeah.
That's meta as fuck, dude. And then it comes with a really cool Shaman card. It looks super adorable. It's got flowers on the borders, like it's really cool. It's great because it's 2 Shamans in their land form just cuddling, all hedgehog like. Super cool. It comes with dice, and the part that takes the 1 spot of the dice is a Pikachu.
It's pretty cool.
And I think it's only $50. Like, that's
it's
super
not bad.
cool.
Isn't that kind of like a fat pack then, a little bit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of like a Pokemon Fat Pack, yeah.
Kind of like a Pokemon Fat Pack, except it comes with a bunch of extra cool stuff. Mr. Lionsoul, what's up,
Mr. Lionsoul?
You're just hitting the end of the news, but that's okay.
So I do want to address something that was brought up in chat. Don't we still have a live action Attack on Titan movies? Are those still Attack on Titan movies? Because I'm pretty sure that they're not. They have fucking nothing to do with the Attack on Titan series whatsoever. Other than there's giants.
Talking about later in the show.
Yes, we are. The PlayStation 4 game, you're right, that is coming out. And it looks fucking sweet. Everyone go to YouTube and look up Angry Joe's. He got like to sit down with the director, creative director, or something like that. And he has like a 25-minute just straight gameplay and like interview with the guys of the Attack on Titan game. It looks fucking sweet. It looks so good. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that. So yeah, there's that. But the movies are so trash. That movie was so garbage. I hated it so bad. If it wasn't called Attack on Titan, I would have loved it.
Let's talk about the new Overwatch hero.
Yes! So I got a screenshot here. So the official
Showed
Overwatch
up.
Twitter. No, that's not it. They released this image, I think yesterday. Today or yesterday? Yesterday. I don't know. I think it was yesterday. They basically are showing off a prototype biotic rifle. Now in the Overwatch series, like the biotic thing, that is the healing stuff. So like Soldier 76's healing field is called the biotic field. This gun, basically what all this text says is that this is based off of what Mercy has to heal people. It's a sniper rifle. And there's been some crazy rumors ever since the game first was like played that there's going to be a support sniper character. It could be Sombra, could not be Sombra, could be Pharah's mother because she did use a sniper rifle back in the day. She disappeared under mysterious circumstances. So we have basically official confirmation that the next hero is going to be a support sniper, so that you're going to be able to snipe your teammates with healing bullets. What? That's so cool.
That's
so
badass.
So it was officially, I
Cool.
want to say that's official confirmation that the next hero is in fact the support sniper that we've all been waiting for. And it's interesting because Mercy seems to not like this whatsoever. Mercy's like, basically in that text it says there's like a fine line between this and creating like actual weapons now. She's like, I don't really like this. It'll be interesting to see what lore that they bring to the table between these two characters. Oh, I can't fucking wait. God. Now, my prediction is that we'll see this new hero in 2 months and 3 weeks. Because that is the end of the current competitive season. And I don't see them putting a new hero in the middle of a competitive season. So, we'll see.
Oh yeah, dude.
We'll see. So tight.
I hope it's Sombra.
I do too. But part of me doesn't think that Sombra has anything to do with Pharah's mom. I think everyone has just been thinking of two separate characters, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking now, because I don't know, it just doesn't fit like the name and where most of the lore for Sombra is. It's in like Dorado, which doesn't make any sense because Pharah's mother was Egyptian. I know that there's a picture in Egypt of a hero, which that I assume is Pharah's mom, and that is this new sniper. I think Sombra is a totally different character, and I don't even think Sombra is going to be in the game anymore. Sombra might be the old hero that they had who had stealth, and they took out because they just couldn't balance it right. It was too overpowered, so they ended up cutting that character completely. I think all the Sombra stuff in Dorado might just be a nod to a past character that never made it out of the cutting room. You know what I mean? I could go on for fucking hours about this shit, but that's like my quick initial thought on this. But so Pharah's mom, that's who we're gonna see. Anyway.
So let's move on to the main topic, guys. The question that Joel asked me the other day, a couple weeks ago when he came over, was, because here's how it started. We were playing White Shorts, and I was playing my rebuild of Evangelion deck, and I said, so I played Awakened Ava Unit 1, and I was like, here's Jesus, attack for 5, get danked, right? And then Joel goes, is he really Jesus? And I was like, okay, so here's the thing about Evangelion. And then I went into like this 30-minute spew, and then I showed him a clip of a side-by-side comparison of episode 1 and the first movie, the first 5 minutes of the first movie. And he was like, that's super cool, whatever. And he was like, wait a second, so here's the thing that I want to know. And I was like, okay, what's good? What's good, fam? And he said, how come when, like, American movies do...
Oh, wait, you cut out. Hold on. No, okay.
And then when there's...
Go back to that sentence, start it over again. You, like, froze for a second.
Like... Oh, okay. So Joel said, how come when American films or TV series do reboots and remakes, it automatically gets flack and it's bad, but then when animes do like reboots or retellings or reimaginings, it's like good?
Right. Because
I'm like, that's a weird question.
That happens a lot, right? Like, you do see that a lot. Because we started talking about it because of the Excel World, the new movie coming out.
Yeah, that Yeah, because
Right.
Joel brought that up too, because
Right.
he was like, so is the Excel World movie like a new thing or is it a retelling? I was like, no, it's a retell of the series.
Right, but it's like different though.
It's different,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
More hype stuff happens in it,
Sure.
and it answers a lot of more questions, is what I heard.
Or it's like the Fate Stay Unlimited Blade Works versus Fate Stay Night, the original one, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah, the one by Studio Dean.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now, but before anyone says anything, I'm not stepping on my anime podcast toes. This is purely a discussion about reboot and remakes.
Right.
Let's be real for a minute, okay? Rebuild of Evangelion is, I don't even know if I should call it a reboot or a remake, because the first movie covers the first 5 episodes, right? In perfect fashion with a few different things here and there.
Right.
And then halfway through the second movie, it completely derails from the source material.
Sure.
And then the third movie is just something completely different. It's it's almost like you were playing a visual novel,
Right.
and here's the TV series that was originally there, and then 15 years later you decide to play a different path and you go this way.
Right.
That's literally what Rebuild of Evangelion is. As it stands as a reboot, then maybe it's a reboot. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that it's a continuation of the TV series, that it's after Shinji and Asuka were left on the Earth by themselves, and in Shinji's mind, he created this new world and is now living this.
Right.
But then the third movie was named You Cannot Redo. So no, it's not that.
Right.
So I don't fucking know.
Right.
Why are they masterpieces? Because they just are. Hideaki Anno is one of the greatest directors there ever was in film and in anime. If you watch any of his animes, you'll notice that there's live action film cinematography implemented in his anime.
Right.
Okay, that's what makes it great. Okay,
Right.
he applies things that he would in live action film to anime. If you haven't seen
just like the
Evangelion or
old
seen
Walt
the
Disney
movies,
movies with the rotoscoping and stuff like that.
right? If you haven't seen any of the Evangelion series or movies, I suggest literally just watch the movies, and then if you want to go back and watch the series, then you should. They're both great. Now let's talk about Excel World. Okay,
Right.
Why are we so hyped for Excel World when it's just a reimagining or retelling? Well, okay, I mean it is a little different. It's not.
Well,
You know,
I'm also not gonna lie. I'm significantly less hyped now that I know it's not a continuation. However, I'm still hyped for it.
That's the thing. I really wanted it to be. I thought it was something different as well.
Right.
I thought it was like a movie, like, oh, this takes place like
Right.
5 months after the end
Because
of the
like
show or something.
knowing what happens later in the story, right, from like the manga series, really just makes me want that to be the movie now, right? Because like really cool shit ends up happening, and it's kind of sad that it's not going to happen in this movie, but or maybe it will. Who knows? Like I just don't even. No one really knows. I guess, but
Right. And if you haven't seen Excel World, that's a great show. It's
dude,
really
oh
cool.
my god,
Same guy
so
who wrote
good.
Sword Art Online. So now the question poses. Okay, so let's talk about now. Let's name some American examples. Okay, Ghostbusters. We've already talked about that and what we thought about it. So there's that. Or even just reboots in general. God damn! For like the past 5 years, American cinema has done nothing but make reboots and remakes. Friday the 13th, 2007 Rob Zombie's Halloween, which I love, by the way.
Yeah, the
but
first
the sequel
one was
terrible.
great. Yeah, the second one was
The
kind of
sequel-
poopy, but the first one was really good.
And I don't know how many films he was planning on making there, but I think the second one just did so bad that he probably
Well,
just was like, I'm not
every
gonna.
horror movie, like Texas Chainsaw, had like the redo stuff like that.
Yeah. I do
there's
like the
been a
Texas Chainsaw
lot.
remake, but not as much.
Well, because now,
been
like
a-
now
there's-
they're even they're redoing Ocean's 11 now again too. Like, I don't know.
Like, why?
No, but see, here's the thing. Like, we hear about these things coming out. So like the big question, the big thing to think about is why are we so jaded when our own shit gets remade, right? But like when an anime gets remade, we're like, oh, it's sweet, it's gonna look better now. You know what I mean? Because that's
So
what
maybe
happens.
that's a question of. Maybe it's just a question of live action film versus anime.
I don't think
or
so.
versus cartoon.
I just don't think so, because you brought up a good point earlier. The Attack on Titan movie is garbage and has nothing to do with the source material, but visually it's fantastic. It is phenomenally
Japanese
good.
actors playing European people.
I don't even want to get into like why the stupid ass reasons. Like they changed it because there's no word for Levi or something stupid. It's just really, it's such a stupid ass reason that they gave.
Yeah.
And like Mikasa is a love interest now. It's just, and like they didn't grow up together. It's so fucking stupid, the changes. I don't understand the things that they changed. But visually it was fucking awesome. Like that movie ended and I sat in silence and I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know if I should be like that was tight or that was garbage, because it was both. But so like,
so now are we talking about adaptations, or are we just talking about,
I think anything to do with that. Like, because to me, an adaptation, it's all the same shit nowadays, right? You can do like a reboot is the same fucking thing. Like they treat everything the same way, right? True sequels, that's different. But a reboot is just a way of saying, oh, we've made a bunch of films in this series and it's garbage now. Let's just start over. It's fine. We'll just redo it, right? It's all the same.
because that's the thing about. Have you seen any of the Rurouni Kenshin live actions?
I have not. No.
Okay, the first one is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one and the third one apparently derail from the anime or the the manga or whatever. And it's like, at the same time though, here's what you got to think about, okay? And maybe Japanese writers just aren't as good as adapting anime. Maybe they're good at remaking or rebooting anime in its own right, but when it comes to adapting live action anime to the live action screen, I don't think they're as good as we are at that.
Right.
And I'll say this, Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
And Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yeah.
Kick-Ass, the thing about Kick-Ass is, and Scott Pilgrim, is that they're not comic relevant.
Right.
There's changes in them that were made to be made for writing purposes and screen purposes.
Right.
In Kick-Ass 2, a girl gets raped. She gets gang raped.
Right.
And beat the shit out of.
Right.
They took that off the screen for obvious reasons.
But they still left it implied though.
Oh yes.
Right. So like that's a good way of doing it. They still left it
like.
Right.
Yeah, they kind of left a little thing like, oh well, I couldn't get a boner, but still like hurt her. You know what I mean? Like whatever. And it was like they closed the door, and it was like, oh shit, you know, like maybe the other guy is gonna rape her or just beat the crap out of her.
Right.
Whatever. And in this case, in the movie, it was a different girl, but that's not the point. The point is that there are choices to be made. Sometimes with comic adaptations, and cartoon adaptations, it's hit or miss. Mm-hmm. But I think Kick-Ass and Scott Pilgrim are very good examples of that. Mm-hmm. X-Men is not a great example.
Do you know what happens to a frog when he gets struck by lightning? Same thing that happens to everything else. Fucking gold, man. I mean,
so let's talk about the thing about rebooting for a minute here. Mm-hmm. We got Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Dawn of the Planet of the Vengeance of the Planet of the Apes.
What other reboots have been recently? I mean, like, I guess the Friday the 13th, Halloween, that was a reboot.
Apparently, there's another like Friday the 13th movie coming out soon.
I don't care. I don't think.
And I don't know if that's supposed to be a. I don't know if that's supposed to be a sequel to like the recent one or whatever. But let's talk about I want to talk about Creed for a second, okay?
Oh yeah, because you just watched that, yeah?
I just watched Creed, yes. Okay. Where Apollo Creed's illegitimate son goes to Philadelphia and finds Rocky to train him.
Oh.
Now, someone who's a big fan of the Rocky series, seriously, like if you ask me anything about Rocky, I'll be like, boom, that's what it is.
What's his blood type?
Okay. Oh, anyways,
is it really? Do you actually know that?
I actually don't know.
God, you could have played that off. You could have played that off so good. I would have legitimately been impressed. I would have been like, oh, okay, I'll shut the fuck up now.
My friend had a Rocky cinema like art book that said all that stuff. Okay. But cool. The thing about Creed is it takes place after Rocky Balboa,
right,
which was the 6th movie in the series that was supposed to hold on a second, let me look up what year it came out, because the year it came out was like the year that the movie took place.
2013, 2012, 13.
2006.
Whoa,
2006.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wow. I was way off. I'm
16
usually pretty good at
years.
that.
So about 16, 17 years after the fight with Ivan Drago, okay? The fight with Ivan Drago put Rocky left him brain damaged.
Right.
He became dumber.
Right.
Okay. In Rocky Balboa, he wanted to prove that he could fight one more time because there were demons in him. There were things wrong with him emotionally, and he wanted to get them out and prove that he could do the last round of his life if he had to. That movie was a little weird. It was kind of depressing. You know, like Adrian was like dead.
Well,
like,
it's almost like
cancer.
a prologue, right? Or epilogue. Epilogue.
It was almost like an epilogue. Yeah, that's exactly. If you're gonna watch it as an epilogue.
Right.
So I kind of thought I expected Creed to be kind of like that, because Creed is what I like to call a passing of the torch reboot.
Sure. Right.
And
which
sometimes
is good,
those films,
right? Those are good to do.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, they're great to do, but they often don't do very well.
Sure.
Dude, I cried like 3 times. I was so emotional for this kid. His name is Adonis Johnson Creed. And apparently Apollo Creed had an affair about a year or 2 before he died at the hands of Ivan Drago. And that is his son.
Okay.
The thing about Adonis Creed is that he's self-taught. He's a self-taught boxer, kind of. He goes in and out of gyms a lot. And the person that raised him was Apollo's wife, who's played by Felicia Rashad, by the way, who plays Mrs. Cosby on The Cosby Show. She decides that even though that he's not her son, that she's going to adopt him and raise him because he's like in and out of foster homes and shit. He gets a successful job at an accounting company, a security company or whatever, and he decides, I don't want to do this, I want to box. And no one will train him because they're just like, they think he's just some like chump. He's a bum, you know what I mean? He doesn't know how to fight, whatever.
Right.
He goes to Philly from Hollywood, has Rocky train him, and dude, they did so well of passing the torch.
Nice.
You know, because I was afraid they were going to make the movie all about Rocky, and then just like Creed wasn't even the main part of it.
Right.
No, that wasn't it at all. J.J. Abrams said, the reason I didn't put Luke Skywalker on screen to the very end was because if I put him on the screen before that, nobody would have paid attention to Rey, and this is about Rey.
Very true.
And Finn.
Yep. Smart guy.
Which is what Creed did very well.
Good.
Because even though Rocky got cancer, and it was like a big part of the plot, it didn't matter.
Right.
Adonis Johnson Creed got a shot at the title. And he went the distance. Just like Rocky did in the first film. But they didn't make that apparent. They didn't make that like, oh, this is homage to the original, blah, 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 and all this stuff. The jogging montage scene thing, like he didn't go up the steps all stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't
didn't do any of that
disrespectful.
bullshit. No.
Right. So, so that was done correctly then.
Yes.
Right. Which
it
we
was
don't
done
see anymore.
very well.
So you're saying that, like, even though the new Ghostbusters movie isn't out, we do know that the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is back in it. The Ghostbusters logo is in it, right? There's cameos from the original cast, but it has nothing to do story-wise with the original. The original never happened. So you're saying something like that is disrespectful. We don't want that.
Yes, because
and then remaking the song to be fucking horrible, by the way. Have you heard the new song?
I think it's kind of cool, but yeah, it's definitely not as good.
Look, if you don't want to be connected to the original, don't do that, right? If you want to be different, then go do something different. But that's
the thing about, and you're completely right. You're completely right. I think we just kind of almost answered our question. Right. Almost, not really, but almost. The thing about Creed is that it came out right from the beginning what it was. Here is a movie that takes place in the universe of Rocky. This is the boxer that we're following. This is his story. This is how he got a shot at the title.
Right.
Rocky just happened to be in it.
Right.
Okay. Even Carl Weathers doesn't make an appearance in the movie, just in flashbacks. There's a part where Adonis like is at his home in LA with his mom, and he puts up YouTube on his smart TV and watches like the old fight from the 70s or whatever. One Tough Nerd said, in recent times there have been more and more Western films that have begun to show signs of influence from other styles of writing and storytelling, something which, from a writer's point of view, has become very apparent. Okay.
I think that there might be more to this, so I'm gonna wait for him to say more. But
yeah. And so now, like, the question poses: what are we gonna? Are we gonna? Should we be shitting on the appropriate stuff because of what they are as a series, or just because they're reboots or remakes? I think that we should look at movies and reboots and remakes of television shows and all that shit. And which reminds me of a television show that I just watched the trailer for just a second ago. I think we need to look at it as what it is as a series and what the content is. There's a Trisha, and what the content is. Because here's the thing, the first time I saw the trailer for Creed, I was like hype.
Right.
Hype.
Right.
I still had low expectations for it, but still I was like hype.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I saw the trailer for the TV show Rush Hour. Get the
that got
fuck
canceled already, didn't it? That's like not even gonna happen.
Yeah, it got canceled and apparently got renewed, and then the producers were like, "No, don't renew it." Now that wasn't the thing that I got reminded of. The thing I got reminded of was I saw a trailer for the television show adaptation of Lethal Weapon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The thing about Rush Hour and Lethal Weapon is that they're both buddy cop films. Mm-hmm. They're both buddy cop film series, and the television shows are remakes. They're retellings. Okay, there's in the Rush Hour show, Carter and Lee were younger.
Mm-hmm.
In Lethal Weapon, they're the same age as they are in the films.
Right.
But when if you watch the trailer, okay, here's the thing. I'm sorry. You know, me and Joel are major cinephiles. Okay, there's a couple film series and tetralogies and trilogies that I hold very dear to my heart.
Right.
Two of them are Rocky and Lethal Weapon. I love Lethal Weapon. It is one of my favorite film tetralogies of all time. So seeing this trailer, I might have been a little biased to what it is. I will say this: the people that are playing Sergeant Murtaugh and Sergeant Martin Riggs are fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. The guy who plays Riggs is fucking hot as shit. But it seems as though, when you watch the trailer, it seems as though, and you've seen the movies, it seems as though they're trying so hard to capture the characterization of who they were in the movies and translate it to this television show. And I'm sorry, that's where Rush Hour failed and made. That's why it was bad.
Right. Well,
okay.
I think you're forgetting there's a very specific genre that these kinds of shows are, and it's the genre of shameless cash grabs. When have you... Okay, because I'm trying to think and I can't think of one. When have you ever seen a TV show from a movie that was awesome?
Stargate.
Okay. I'll give you that one. Stargate was awesome. You're right. But that was also a while ago too, and I think Stargate was only awesome because of how cheesy it was, right? Because remember, there was like the block. It was Stargate, Hercules, and fucking Xena, right?
Yeah.
There was that Fox 29 at night kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
I always remember watching that, and it's like, yeah, okay. So maybe because that wasn't trying to be super serious and wasn't trying to be... I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Because I think of every show from the 90s as campy and, like, a little ridiculous, right? But they were awesome.
And here's the problem. That Lethal Weapon trailer, it tries to capture that campiness, and it does not translate well.
Right.
And you're right. Because of it, you can tell that because they're trying to do that, you can tell it's just a huge cash grab. And I think we've had this discussion many times before. Okay, now I think we answered the question a little bit better. We need to look at it as reboot and remakes as these things. Number one, is it a cash grab? Because it's very apparent in the trailer. It's super apparent in any trailer whether it's a cash grab or not. Number two, we need to look at the series individually and not just shit on it because it's a reboot or a remake. We need to see what it is, what's the source material, where is it coming from, and how are they going to translate it to the screen or to the television screen or whatever. Mm-hmm. And number 3, is it a continuation in story? Because if not,
Right.
because if it is, then okay, awesome. Let's watch that.
That needs to be
You know what I
clearly
mean?
defined ahead of time. Right.
And that's the thing about Ghostbusters is that it's not defined at all.
We still don't actually know. Like, I don't actually know yet. Because I've heard conflicting reports from, well, seeing the trailer in and of itself, literally linking it to the old Ghostbusters. There's a line of text that says 30 years ago, something happened, whatever. But then official reports from the cast that say, no, it has nothing to do with the original Ghostbusters. It's not a reboot, it's not a remake. I don't fucking know what it is. And that's bad. We should know what it is. And it should be known to everybody. That way we can expect something from it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like you know, when Blizzard was coming out with stuff and they're like when they're talking about the Warcraft movie, they were like, no, this is like literally a different thing. Like, this is its own universe, it's its own cinematic universe. And people were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I want to call One Tough Nerd called it out. He said exactly what I was going to say. He said things like Ghostbusters is clearly geared towards people who have never seen the original, something which is bad marketing when fans of the original are still around. You're absolutely correct. I was going to say people need to leave the fuck alone the things that are recent that are loved. Right? Leave it alone, because it never works out for anybody. Ever. It never works.
But now wait though, because now I have a different question.
Okay.
How come when horror remakes do it, we don't shit on them as much?
That's because
there's like no gray area.
That's because
you know what I mean? There's just like,
I know me personally, I've never been like, oh my god, I can't wait for the Halloween remake. I'm always like, oh, they're remaking Halloween.
I was hyped as fuck for that.
I wasn't. I grew up watching all the sequels. They were garbage. They always have been, but they're cute and campy garbage, you know? I don't expect anything from a horror movie.
I'm also a Michael Myers and Rob Zombie fanboy though. So I mean,
okay, fine. We'll use Friday the 13th then. Were you like, oh, Friday the 13th remake? No, I was like, oh, they're remaking Friday the 13th. Okay, cool. I'll see it at some point.
Yeah, I was a little hyped for that, but yeah, I had pretty much the same attitude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't know. I see them as just a different genre altogether. Because you know what you're getting into with those. There's never any surprise in a horror movie. You know that there's going to be jump scares, there's going to be blood, there's going to be murder. And the villain probably won't die at the end. It's formulaic. It's always going to be the same thing.
No, because Michael Myers is a straight G. He can't die.
It's true.
Dumbass.
No, I say he probably won't die at the end. God, you're such a dick.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you agree because I'm right.
But, like, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've ever held dear to me, like, something beloved that's been remade that I've enjoyed the remake. Ocean's 11, I guess, if you want to count a film from, like, I don't know, 60 years ago or something like that. But see, like, I think that's the point where you can start being like, it's okay to remake something, right? I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because Ghostbusters is not this obscure old film that no one knows about, right?
No.
Everybody fucking knows what Ghostbusters is. Everybody. And it doesn't matter if you've seen it or not, you know what it is.
Right. Who are you going to call, you know?
Yeah.
Like...
It's part of pop culture. So maybe that's, I don't know, it's so hard to find a line, right? There's no rules that state, well, this is only 27 years old, so you can't touch this. But this is 32 years old, you're good to remake it now. Teen Titans.
I want to speak a little bit more. I want to speak a little more to what you said about people being clear about what they're making.
Right.
Teen Titans Go was meta from the get-go. They came out and basically they make fun of themselves like throughout the whole show. Although it is a continuation from the original Teen Titans cartoon show, it's still its own thing, and they make it very apparent. So if anyone complains about that, then I mean, he probably didn't do the research. But I mean,
but like, why is it okay? Why is it okay to come out with a stupid ass thing and be like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, it's funny.
I've seen it and it's pretty funny. I like it. It's pretty funny.
But then what would you think if they took an Evangelion and did it in really lazy animation, like drawing like that, and made it a comedy? How would you actually feel then? If they just kind of shit on everything that it was about and made it some really like SpongeBob level of humor.
Well, then it would probably be its own separate thing.
Right, but what if they were like, no, it's a continuation?
Okay, put the guns down for a minute.
No, because I know people, like, I used to like the old Attack on Titan, the old Teen Titan show. I know a lot of people who really did like it and absolutely fucking detest the new one because it's almost like a slap in the face.
Loved it.
Really? Yeah?
It was, I admit that in the beginning, before I actually sat down and watched the show, it was a big slap in the face. Being a fan of a lot of the story arcs, especially the Terra story arc and all that stuff in the original, when Robin worked for, Deathstroke for a while, and shut up. It was kind of a slap in the face, yes. It's still a decent show, though. I don't know what to say about that. To be honest with
why
you.
couldn't they have just made up their own thing? Why did they see? My problem is taking an idea that you like and then piggybacking off of something that people love, and then making that. That's my problem. Pokemon Go does it. Everything does it, and it's so frustrating to me.
So let's talk about this really quick, because now this is an animation reboot. This is a straight up reboot, continuation of story, and everyone is hype about it. I'm hype about it.
Right. Samurai
Jack being on Adult Swim.
Yeah. Right. That's okay. So far, I haven't seen it. Maybe it starts and he tears off his face and it's a cyborg now, Who knows? We don't know yet.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know at all.
But like, if that happens,
I do,
because people shit on the Powerpuff Girls redo. Remember? Do you remember that?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
Cool.
I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, but everyone fucking hated it. People like crucified it, and like that's because people were messing with something that people already like. They felt that they were doing it differently. Yeah. I maybe I didn't watch enough Powerpuff Girls seriously back in the day, but I don't.
Here's the thing too: is I don't know if Gendy Tartakovsky had a lot of say in that one,
right?
And he did the original.
Right.
Gendy Tartakovsky has say in this new Samurai Jack. He's the director.
Okay. Oh, okay.
As he was with the original. Mm-hmm. It's all the same people working on it, same voices and everything. So I mean, so what did we learn even?
I don't know. We went all over the place, man.
We got to look at the franchise. So what's the original question? Why are anime reboots good and why are live action ones shitty?
Because the original question came from the statement, they're making a new Excel world. It's going to be our retelling. Oh, that's awesome. And then I said, well, wait. I said, but wait. Because I said that myself, awesome? And I was like, but why is that awesome? That doesn't make any sense to me. Because when I hear that they're remaking Ocean's 11, my first thought is going, ugh, really? So,
yeah.
Okay. So that's the original, I guess, statement. So now what have you come up with? What is your theory at the end?
My answer is we got to look at what it is. Mm-hmm. And what it is here is it's Excel World. Mm-hmm. There's a TV series, and this reboot is a movie.
Okay.
Here's Ocean's 11. Mm-hmm. It's a series of 3 movies, and they're remaking a movie into another movie. It's already a movie. It's already a classic.
Right.
Okay. This new Excel World reboot or this retelling movie it's not so much a reboot or remake, it's a retell.
Sure.
Because it's reanimating everything. It's adding new things that weren't answered in the series.
Yeah.
And I think you knew that asking yourself the question. I think we knew that going in.
Yeah.
Okay. The Samurai Jack is a continuation of story in the form of a reboot on Adult Swim. Same directors, same voice actors, same producers. Mm-hmm. Hype as fuck. Okay.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, because both those things that we just said all involve the original people. Right?
Yes.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we just trust those who have already made the things we love to continue making the things that we love, and don't trust
They've already
new
dipped their
people to come
hands in
in.
it.
Exactly. They know what they're doing. It comes from them.
So my answer is what I originally said. We got to look at the franchise, where it's coming from, who's adapting it, and where they're getting their source material from.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to look at if it's a cash grab.
Yeah. Which is
And we gotta
Hollywood.
Yeah. And then after we figure out what those two are, then we got to look at if it's worth the viewing pleasure or not. And I'll tell you what, I'm just going to do what James Rolfe said, and whether it's Ghostbusters or any other thing that I don't agree with, I'm not going to go to the theater to see it.
Nope.
I'm
Just
not going to
don't
give
give
my
them your
money to
money.
the box office.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. We can say how much we hate this stuff, but if we pay for it, then the studios don't. They just see that we paid for it. So then they should make more. It just should keep happening.
Right. That's why, though, that box office shit is BS. Because Scott Pilgrim didn't make a lot of money, but it's great.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Well, don't worry. When they reboot the Scott Pilgrim series, we'll be good. They'll make $1 billion.
you want to know how he rebooted that shit?
How?
He redid all of the manga. Well, he didn't really redo it. He just opened up the old files
Yeah.
on like his Cintiq or whatever, redrew what he thought were mistakes, like made eyes a little closer, erased the
That's
nose,
pretty cool.
and then colored it and
That's
reprinted
cool.
them in color.
That's really tight. I like that.
Check it.
Yep.
It. It's sick. It's sick. But no, seriously, if I have any, that's my conclusion. If I have any recommendations for tonight, it's watch Rebuild of Evangelion and watch Creed. If you love the Rocky series, watch Creed, because Creed 2 is already announced.
Ooh,
And I'm
wow.
already excited to see. I'm already excited to see who's gonna fight next. Like, oh, dude, I gotta tell you this. In Creed, right? There's two fights there's the final fight and there's a fight that happens in the middle. That fight in the middle, it's only about 5 minutes long, but it's one continuous shot. There's no cuts.
Nice. I'm a big fan of that.
It's done very well.
It's like
so
old
crazy.
school cinema.
Yes, it was done very well. From when they rang the bell to when Adonis sat down, Rocky's talking to him, the bell rings again, and he gets up again, and it starts again. Like, it's all continuous. It's badass.
That's really cool.
But yeah.
So
Anyways,
there's one more thing that I want to say before we end. It's that
yes.
you don't always have to make a reboot, a sequel.
No.
It's not needed. Back to the Future 3 happened, like, because 2 and 3 happened at once. They filmed them together. I think for the first time that ever happened too. Or maybe one of the first times. But the studios approached Robert Zemeckis with saying, "Hey, do you want to make a fourth one?" And he said, "No, I don't. No, we've told the story. I think we're done." They didn't cram a fourth one in, even though people wanted it. People to this day fucking wanted it. But you know what? Sometimes it's better to just let something cherished and beloved retire.
It's almost like when Led Zeppelin, like when their drummer died.
Yeah.
They all were kind of just like, we don't want to do it anymore.
Right. Sometimes it's okay to just
'Cause
let things be legends, you know?
No, it is. Yeah, it's the reason why My Chem broke up, which sucks.
I'm
I think
glad
they were
they
still
did.
doing good.
I'm glad, because if they would have kept going in the direction, then it just would not have been. It just wouldn't have been as good anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, if you think about it and you listen to the records and the way they progressed, boy.
Black
Like,
Parade. That
welcome
was
to
the,
the
that
Black
was the
Parade,
top
dude.
of everything right there. That was the peak. And then it started going down from there, and they saw that. They knew it. They were like, we should probably stop now.
Excluding the song "Teenagers" because I hate that song. But
Teenagers,
yeah.
Shit.
The living shit.
It's because you
out
were a
of me.
teenager when that played, and you were like, "Oh shit, people don't like us." Damn. Yeah. Guess what,
man.
douchebag?
All right. I think we had a lot of good discussion in chat today.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
really happy that I got to talk to my friend Sujin, who I haven't seen in years.
I want to give a shout out to Mr.
I love you.
Lionsoul. I like when I see him around. He's a good dude.
Yeah, Mr. Lansel. Let's get Bro of the Week. Bro of the Week, Sujin, right away. X2 in the chat room. Everyone give a shout out to my friend Sujin in the chat room right now. And bro of the week. That's bro of the week for me. Who's your bro of the week?
Man, I don't really have one. I'll give one. I'll give it to myself for doing some sick Bastion plays.
Fuck
Dude,
out of here.
I haven't touched Bastion for like a long ass time. And then I just started playing him again this week, and oh man, it's so funny. God, that is such a fun character. Holy shit. Is there any
Bastion
question that
is
you
really
want
fun.
to pose for next week? We probably should have talked about this before the show, but what's your favorite flavor of Skittle and why?
Okay, now you're just being stupid. Like no one can answer that question.
Hey, I write the show. Guess what's in the show notes for next week, bitch? 60 minutes on the best Skittle flavor.
I mean, he doesn't write all of it. I mean, that's not... I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Okay. Anything? Nothing?
YouTube.com/cards.
Yeah, okay, that's what
No,
I thought.
I don't have a question. What do I mean? Look. You know. Wait.
I thought you froze. You didn't.
Yes, that's where I was going.
So Lion Soul says the red one is the superior Skittle. Fucking agreed. So tune in next week
I'm
for the new
saying.
host, Mr. Lion Soul, where Sam gets promptly booted from the show completely.
That's not gonna
Oh.
happen.
Well, there we go.
You fucked up.
I did.
You fucked. You done goofed. Ugh.
Goodbye.